A very good morning to all of you. Welcome to Breakfast News with the Sentinel. So let me run you through the headlines in today morning's The Sentinel. So up, of course, for the top headline this morning, of course, is about the flood situation across Assam. The situation continues to be grim with the death toll mounting to 84. So here is the top headline in the Sentinel this morning. The flood situation in Assam remained grim on Sunday, with 5 more persons dead, taking the toll to 84. Meanwhile, the main rivers and their tributaries were flowing above the danger level at various places across the state. Personnel of NDRF, SDRF, and the respective district administration are carrying out rescue operations at various places. 25,29,312 people in 2,400 villages have been affected. Flood-related casualties have been reported from Bagbar in Barpeta, Baganpara in Baksa district, Bilaspara in Dhubri district, Mayong in Morigaon, and Koliabor in Nogaon district, while the Brahmaputra is flowing above the danger level at Nemati Ghat in Zorhat, Tejpur in Sonitpur, Goalpara and Dhubri. Dhansiri, another major river of the state, is flowing above the danger level at Numaligarh in Golaghat district. The Jiabharali river is flowing above the danger mark at NT Road crossing in Sonitpur district. The Kopili river is flowing above the danger level at Dharamtul in Nogaon district. The Beki river is flowing above the danger level mark at Road Bridge in Barpeta district. The Kushiara river is flowing above the danger level in Karimganj, and the Sankosh river is flowing above the danger level mark at Golakganj in Dhubri district. Altogether, 24 out of the total 33 districts of Assam have been affected by floods. Meanwhile, the Prime Minister Narendra Modi, telephoned Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal yesterday and took stock of the flood, erosion, COVID-19, and Bagjan oil well fire situation in the state. So here is the other top story of the day today. The Prime Minister calling Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal, taking stock of the situation in Assam. He reviewed the situation as far as COVID-19 is concerned. Remember, the numbers have been rising across the state. Guwahati registering the maximum number of positive cases. This has been happening for the past few days. Of course, the flood situation I just now mentioned continues to be grim. 24 of the 33 districts already affected. Now, the Prime Minister expressed solidarity with the people of Assam during these difficult times and inquired about the steps taken by the state government for relief and rehabilitation of flood-affected people. He also took stock about the treatment of COVID-19 positive patients in the state. During the conversation, the Chief Minister apprised the Prime Minister that 26 districts of the state have been affected by the current wave of flood, and the state government is taking all necessary measure to conduct the rescue and relief operations. Meanwhile, the Prime Minister has also set up a high-level committee. The committee would be headed by the Vice Chairman of Niti Aayog, Mr. Rajiv Kumar. This particular committee would look into the committee will look into the flood situation in the state at this point of time and also work towards finding a permanent solution to the flood and erosion problem of Assam. Now, the other important headline in today's paper is about the corona virus actually dealing a body blow to the state's economy. COVID-19 has dealt a body blow to the state economy. It has left the state with a lot of difficulty. Several departments, most of the departments and the ministries, they have not been able to announce the budgeted schemes for this current fiscal, that is 2020-21. The ground situation remains that none of the department has sent any proposal of schemes to the finance department so far. Of course, we all know all departments, ministries have been really engaged with fighting COVID and now floods. So two calamities there as far as the state of Assam is concerned, and most of the budget allocation, the finance is really going haywire for the state. There has been a lot of financial issue as far as the central funds to the state is also concerned. So a lot of financial stress the state is going through at this point of time, something that the finance minister, the finance and health minister, Mr. Himanta Biswa Sharma, had mentioned earlier. So here, the report further states, the current budget of the state has some ambitious schemes like the rupees 1,000 crore Swami Vivekananda Assam Youth Empowerment Scheme, rupees 150 crore Arundhati Gold Scheme, under which the state government is supposed to pay 40,000 rupees for buying gold for every registered marriage. There's another scheme, the 140 crore Assam Darshan Scheme. Then there is the Yuva Arohan scheme for the introduction of entrepreneurship in the curriculum from class 11 onwards. The scheme for the payment of 550 rupees to each family per month for buying medicines and fruits for old people. So a lot of schemes there which were announced by the Assam government during the budget, but none of these have been able to be implemented, of course, because of the given situation that the state is in at this point of time, fighting COVID as well as the flood situation. There's been a lot of erosion, lot of issues there that the state government is now grappling with. Now, the other important story, of course, is related to how the government is preparing itself to fight COVID. Remember, the Central Union Health Ministry, in fact, the Union Health Ministry had sent in a letter cautioning the state government, asking the state government to be prepared to tackle at least 65,000 COVID positive cases by August. Therefore, the state government is planning to requisition the services of 500 additional doctors and nurses in the Kamrup Metro district from August onwards. The decision has been taken keeping in view the alert sounded by the center that there might be a sudden spike in COVID-19 cases across the gateway to the northeast, that is Guwahati. Guwahati is supposed to, the numbers are supposed to cross the 30,000 mark by next month. That is what the central ministry had said. So informing this to media on Sunday, State Health Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma said, and I quote, "The government of India has already informed us that Kamrup Metro will witness around 25,000 cases in August 2020. If this situation happens as assumed by the center, the present strength of health workers involved in the war against corona will not be sufficient. Therefore, we have decided to go for reinforcing them with the services of 500 doctors and nurses serving various districts across the state," unquote. So the state clearly preparing to fight COVID even better in the coming days as the numbers are expected to increase. The other top story today morning, of course, some good news here. It is about brain tumor operated successfully at the B. Barua Cancer Institute in Guwahati. What can be termed as a significant development in cancer care in the Northeast during COVID-19 pandemic, Dr. B. Barua Cancer Institute has successfully started it has started the stereomatic radiosurgery. It's also known as SRS. This is a method for delivering radiation to brain tumors in place of surgery. It is used to cure tumors that start in the brain as well as brain metastasis. So this treatment was successful in the B. Barua Cancer Institute here in Guwahati. Some good news coming in here as far as cancer treatment is concerned. Now let us shift our focus to other stories from the Northeast. So, of course, an update on the number of corona cases across the Northeast continues to be the focus in the paper this morning. But in some other news coming in here, the Tripura police has registered an FIR against M.K. Singh, the acting vice chancellor of the Tripura University, that has been filed for violating the COVID-19 protocol. According to officials, this particular FIR was filed against the VC on Sunday. The FIR was filed on Sunday by a senior professor of the university because of COVID-19 norms violation. So that is one of the top stories. Now moving on to updates of coronavirus across the northeastern states. Arunachal Pradesh, the tally has gone up to 650. The state has reported 41 new coronavirus cases. Many areas have been declared containment zones. So there has been 45 new cases of COVID-19, taking the state's tally to 650. Arunachal Pradesh at present has 373 active cases, while 274 people have recovered from the disease, and the state has recorded 3 deaths. A total of 38,042 samples have been tested in the state so far. Meanwhile, the Capital Complex Administration and the Papum Pare district authorities have declared several areas and buildings as containment zones in the wake of the sudden surge in cases across the state. The Capital Complex, comprising of Itanagar, Naharlagun, Nirjuli, and Bandardeva, has reported most of these cases, with 216 people found to be positive. So this is the update as far as corona cases in Arunachal Pradesh is concerned. Moving on to, in fact, the other update here as far as Arunachal Pradesh is concerned is that the total lockdown in Arunachal's capital, Itanagar, has been extended till August 3rd. Now moving on to Meghalaya, the total number of corona cases has gone up in Meghalaya too. It has gone up to 450. Meghalaya on Sunday recorded 32 new cases, with the BSF accounting for 29 of these, while 3 are civilians. So far, Meghalaya has 397 active cases and a total of 450 recorded COVID-19 positive cases, 49 recoveries so far, and the number of deaths stands at 4. So this is the update as far as the coronavirus in Meghalaya is concerned. Now, another very important news that we have been reporting in the past few days, over the past few days, has been the number of earthquakes that has been shaking Mizoram, Assam, and other states of Northeast. In fact, 14 quakes have jolted the Northeast, in 14 quakes in the past 18 days. Something really, really very significant, and something that we really need to take note of. So, of the 14 earthquakes to rock Northeast in the past 18 days, 5 took place in Mizoram, followed by 4 in Assam, 3 in Meghalaya, and 1 each in Arunachal Pradesh and Nagaland. So almost the whole of Northeast feeling the tremors in the past 18 days, a moderate intensity quake measuring 4.2 on the Richter scale hit southern Assam's Hailakandi district on Saturday, taking the number of tremors felt by the northeastern states to 14 in 18 days. Officials of the Indian Met Department, has said. However, no damage was reported. Fresh tremors were felt in Hailakandi district and in adjoining areas of Assam at 4:25 p.m. on Saturday. So, in fact, tremors were felt this morning in Mizoram and Assam too. So, Champhai in Mizoram has been experiencing the maximum number of tremors in the past few days. Now, the other story here is about the ADGP, the Additional Director General of Police Manipur, who had shot himself, allegedly shot himself with his service revolver on Saturday. His condition continues to be critical. So that is the other important story that we have here in today's The Sentinel, the condition of Manipur's Additional Director General of Police Law and Order, Mr. Arvind Kumar, who on Saturday reportedly shot himself at his official chamber, is still not out of danger. That is the doctors attending on him in the private hospital in Imphal. They have told the media. The police officer is in the ICU of the hospital, where his condition is said to be serious and not out of danger. So these are some of the headlines, the top stories that's there in today's The Sentinel. Before I wind up, let me leave you with the number of positive cases, the number of COVID positive cases across the northeastern states. The number of positive cases in Assam, the number stands at 23,999. The death toll in Assam has gone up to 57. The number of discharged people stands at 16,023. So that is the update as far as corona cases in Assam is concerned. Moving on to Tripura, the number has gone up to 2,892. In fact, Tripura saw the maximum single-day spike with 223 new cases being reported in the last 24 hours. In Manipur, there were 20 new cases reported in the last 24 hours, taking the state's tally of positive cases to 1,911. The state has 676 active cases. In Mizoram, the number has gone up to 284. In Nagaland, the number is fast moving towards the 1,000 mark. At the moment, it has gone up to 988. In Arunachal Pradesh, like I have already mentioned, the tally stands at 650. In Meghalaya, as already mentioned, the number stands at 367. In Sikkim too, the number has gone up and the tally stands at 283. These are the positive cases across the states of Northeast, and these are numbers as of 9 a.m. today morning. So with that, it's a wrap of this edition. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Do log in to sentinelassam.com for all the news and updates throughout the day. Remember, today is day 1 of Unlock 1 of Guwahati lockdown. Lot of restrictions being eased. Offices, business establishments to reopen, of course, with just limited staff there. And a lot of Ola, Uber expected to be on the streets of Guwahati city today. The parlors have been asked to reopen, home deliveries of restaurants to restart one more time today. So those updates we will continue to bring you. Do log into sentinelassam.com and do not forget to follow us and subscribe to us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Thank you once again. Stay safe and have a great day ahead. Goodbye.